Obsolete is a hard sci-fi mecha anime that's simultaneously equivalent to a character study. Imagine aliens from another galaxy offering a futuristic technology for cheap onto the Earth. They have no interest in diplomacy, politics, or cultural exchange. They just want to trade. They want limestone, cheap limestone you can buy for $40, and in exchange for that limestone, you get their hyper-futuristic technology they're offering. And this hyper-futuristic technology is called Exo-Frames. Highly efficient, multi-purpose mechs that are extensions of the human body and mind. And the introduction of the Exo-Frames caused a little revolution in economics, society, and warfare, to a point where whole industries in the old world order were rendered obsolete by the actions of the Peddlers coming to Earth. It was initially streamed on YouTube on the Bandai Namco Arts channel for paying users and later released for free on a weekly basis. You can watch the whole anime right now. You can actually binge the whole anime right now. So if you have not watched the anime, I will highly advise you to stop watching this review. But still watch it. Anyway, the anime was originally released in Japanese with 6 subtitles for the first season. For the second season, all the episodes were dubbed in unprecedented 6 languages, including English, Spanish, Indonesian, Russian, and Brazilian Portuguese. And it was also subtitled in English, Japanese, Korean, Russian, German, Indonesian, Spanish, and Portuguese. Obsolete was created by Jen Buchi, the same person that brought you Psycho Pass, Madoka Magica, and other animes that were created by him. Him and his team at Project Obsolete created 12 short episodes lasting from about 12 to 15 minutes examining what happens when you introduce a foreign object to a sentient place. How things have changed economically, politically, and the context of warfare. What they did not focus is the mystery. Who is the Peddlers? Where did they come from? And how did the Exo-Frames came from? Where they came from? What are their origins? And how are they made? The mystery of the Peddlers is not the topic of the anime. It is the Exo-Frames themselves and how they, through the actions of humans, change the world. The series is primarily focused on U.S. Marines, on 4 U.S. Marines from the U.S. Marine Corps, which later formed the Exo-Frame Force Recon. Different people from the U.S. Marine Corps who ended up being elite Exo-Frame users. Lowliner, Bowman, Ray Miyajima, and Fernando. And the second group is the Outcast Brigade from Africa, Sahir, Jamal, and Kaya. The first 2 episodes were the perfect introduction to the anime and how Exo-Frames changed the new world order. Basically, how it created the new world order that is seen in the anime. The anime shows how Exo-Frames are used in wars and conflict. It shows the primary main characters, the Exo-Frames, how they work, how they affect the world economically, socially, and politically, and how Exo-Frames curb-stomped an entire U.S. Marine Recon Regiment. And you should see the first episode. Basically, Exo-Frames, they basically walk like humans, and they literally were carrying RPGs, little rocket weapons, and they were carrying humans that could easily devastate brigades using tanks. Every person that was using a tank got destroyed or killed by those Exo-Frames. And those Exo-Frames, the humans carrying those Exo-Frames, were carrying nothing more than a rocket launcher. Now, the episodes are not in chronological order, and they're more focused on the characters and world building. Each episode is standalone, but they're all connected to the same world with the same characters. One episode focuses on machinery work, another focuses on child soldiers, and how war and conflict affects them. Another focuses on how exoframes are affecting the Indian-Pakistani conflict. One standalone episode is dedicated on the undocumented migration crisis in the Arizona-Mexico border, and how exoframes have made it easier and at the same time more difficult to migrate. One episode is a military action thriller that is set in the Peru-Ecuador conflict, which turns into a survival horror episode with supernatural elements. One episode is a news documentary about the Federal Republic of Azania, and how they view exoframes as a way for military and economic independence. And one episode is set in Area 51. Yes, that Area 51. But not the way you think. The obvious thing about the anime you immediately notice is that it is a hybrid of 3D and 2D animation. 2D on the background, yet most of the things are 3D, especially the characters and the landscape. The anime is not in 30 frames per second, it's not in full 30 frames, but rather in 25 frames per second or 20 frames per second, due to the 3D animation that is used. The benefit from this is that the character models and the design of the exoframes are detailed, much detailed than the usual 3D animation that is used in Japan. And the backgrounds are well designed and detailed, in some cases much more realistic. The music has a good feel of being in a war zone and fits with each episode. It has an electronic feel to it, as the soundtrack of the anime and the opening sequence was made by Skrillex. Yes, that's Skrillex, the EDM master. He actually makes, believe it or not, he actually makes other types of music. He is much well known for electronic wave music. The music itself does fit into every scene in the anime, especially the 12th episode, which I will not spoil you, but is basically part of the world building. Basically how exoframes affect, how the exoframes influence entertainment media and the anime scene. For the dub, the voices are serviceable, but they're flat and formal, and they don't have the same emotion as the Japanese dub. I do not recommend watching the English dub version. Seriously, go for the Japanese version. Go for the Japanese dub version. It is much more realistic, much more emotional, and much more realistic. And yes, I do enjoy the series. I'm hoping there'll be a third season of Obsolete, but the way it looks like it, I think it's just going to be 2 seasons of Obsolete. Just 2 seasons. I'm hoping for a third one, but the way it looks like that's not going to happen. But yes, I did enjoy Obsolete. I did enjoy the animation. I actually did enjoy the music. I actually did enjoy the world building and the story. Because it's very unique. It's very unique that we have an actual hard sci-fi anime that is done well. Produced very well. I'm hoping that there will be a DVD Blu-ray release of the anime, but where it looks like it's not going to happen anytime soon. If it does, I'll be buying it. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Share the video. But that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching.